thinks you're funny. I said, well, that's good. I said, does Petey ever leave this room? She said, yes, he leaves to go to the bathroom, then comes right back. So, bummer, apparently nature still calls after you pass. I said, does Petey ever get sick of people coming in and out of this room every day, several times a day, and on most of the daytime tours, we don't talk about him? She said, no, he just thinks people come here to see him. And then I said, Petey, because believe me, at some point, I stopped talking to Margaret and began addressing Petey directly. I said, Petey, you know who Tamara is? Now, Tamara is the owner, Tamara and her mom, MJ. But I didn't get Tamara's full name out. I got to Tam-Ma before Margaret shushed me. She went, shh. He's standing right in front of you. He's looking up at your face. His face is all scrunched up in a frown. He's got one hand balled up in a fist on his hip. The other was pointing right at your face, and he's saying, her name is not Tamara. Her name is Miss Tamara. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, Petey, do you know who Miss Tamara is? And Margaret said, he's coming through crystal clearly, so his focus is intense. When speaking of Miss Tamara, he says, I love her. She's making my home not dirty again. Now, an adult would say she's fixing it up or restoring the property, but a child would say something like, she's making my home not dirty again. Ladies and gentlemen, you see this room. You've seen the rest of the building. You can understand why Petey feels that way, and also why he has the respect to call her Miss Tamara, and by God, we make sure that people do too. This property had been assessed at a negative value, meaning it was worth more as an empty lot than it was with this beautiful castle on it. Evangel University over here had been offered this building for free 3 times. They turned it down. Apparently the cost to restore it was prohibitive, and the cost to tear it down was almost as expensive. If it hadn't been for Miss Tamara and her mom buying this place when they did, pouring their own blood, sweat, and tears into this building, literally in some cases, sleeping on the floor in the living room in front of the fireplace because they couldn't afford to turn the heat on those first cold winters. If it hadn't been for that sacrifice, this building wouldn't be here. We have a grassy, it would have been torn down as a dangerous building, and we'd have a grassy spot or a parking lot where it once stood. And now it's on the National Register of Historic Places. So again, I think I understand why he calls her Miss Tamara. Guys, if Petey's here, we hope he's happy because it's been his home a lot longer than we've been here. Certainly, they're fixing this place up so you can be here tonight and take the ghost tour. And they come back for the Murder Mystery Cabaret Show, Stand-Up Comedy Night, Valentine's Day Dance, Dueling Santa's Christmas Show, and the world premiere of Shadowbound, the web series, Midnight Halloween Night. Please see PythianCastle.com for all the pertinent details. I now return you to your tour already in progress. Thank you. I'm here all week. Anyway, sir, you have a question?
Yeah, I do.
Go.
Is there any record of Pete anywhere?
We don't have a record of Petey.
No?
But unfortunately, the only records we have of children are records that come from census counts. So he could have fallen between census counts.
Right.
Good question, though. While we're stopped, actually, thank you for asking that. The last few months, I don't know if this happened with you, Penny, I've had a couple of ladies pull me aside and said, you got to talk about the other boy. I'm like, what? There's a blonde boy in here that gets all upset. His name is Ben, but all you ever talk about is Petey. So Ben, I apologize. Ben is here too, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
I had a lady the other day say, who's this little boy named Ben? And that's the first time anybody on my career has ever said that.
Said Ben?
Yes. Said
And
the name Ben.
You and I haven't discussed this.
No, he's never brought this up on tour before. That's kind of freaking me out.
Well, it's happening. Okay. Anyway, all right, moving on. Anyway, they're certainly fixing this place up so you can come back for another 50 years and experience this gorgeous building. But guys, personally, take a tour guide's perspective, I think that maybe these ladies are fixing this building up, Miss Tamara and her mom MJ, with the guiding hand from the people who went before us and loved it enough and care about it enough to stick around and make sure it turns out just fine. I want to thank you for coming tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Please check back for other things at the castle. Please add the castle on Facebook. I have a Facebook page for the ghost tours. You can share experiences and evidence you've collected with people all over the world. And also, feel free to add me. My name is Tim Pyland. I produce and direct live theater in Springfield. I also talk a lot about the arts in the Ozarks. But be aware if you add me. I also talk a lot about Honey Boo Boo, so take a good, take a bad. In any case, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you downstairs. I love Honey Boo Boo. I love it so much.
Thank you. This is where the puppies live.
No, actually, the puppies are everywhere. They're quite.
So bright up through the street.
Yeah.
It happened when the light was off.
And they were all born here, so they don't know.
Like something's going on.
It's like in the corner. In the corner. What do you mean? Small. Oh, really?
Is this a little boy or girl in trouble? I kind of suspecting it might be the power line for the light, but you never know.
That's what I'm thinking. That's crazy. That's funny. It's a scared child in the corner.
On it.
Yeah. Don't be scared. It went away, huh? I wonder if it's the light.
Might be. Hell, that's like I downloaded the free EMF app and I think I just picked up my own cell phone.
It's good to see you again, Sam. Nice job. Oh, wait, is there? Shadowbound, Midnight Halloween back. At night, think about coming back.
Alright.
Ladies, thank you for coming.